guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is potentially a controversial one. So I recently had an encounter in a local charity shop which just got me thinking about the world of furs. Now, fur jackets are, you know, very frowned upon. There's a huge stigma around them, and rightfully so, because they did stem from a lot of cruelty and a lot of unnecessary death of animals to create them in the first place. However, what I didn't expect is this charity shop in question, they're not allowed to sell furs. They're not allowed to be on the shop floor. If anyone donates a vintage fur jacket, they're not allowed to sell it. And that got me thinking, because they'll happily sell leather, they'll happily sell silk, they'll happily sell bags and shoes made of animal skin, and it's just the one item, which is fur jackets, that causes all of these like hysterics. And I was looking at the fur jackets, they're mixed in with leather, and I know certain animals are more significant than others and they were endangered, etc. I get it, but when the jacket is already made, what is the point of letting it rot and waste? Like, is it a statement? We're not talking a couple of jackets here. Millions of fur jackets were made, and I'm a big believer of sustainable fashion and keeping things be reused and recycled, and I'm going to show you my jacket collection in this video, and for those watching who are here just to pick a fight, these are all faux furs. But when I went into this charity shop, I fell in love with one of the jackets, but I felt so much pressure not to buy it because of the stigma around it, and I thought, oh, if I wear this, you know, I'm going to get so judged. Yet if I wear leather items or, you know, other animal skin products like handbags, shoes, no one even bats an eyelid. Belts, for example, and I know they're killed for meat, and so it's a byproduct. Great, we don't want anything wasted. Now, if we don't want anything wasted, why is the fur jackets made in a, you know, a very cruel manner that no longer should exist, of course, but why should we let those jackets go to waste? I don't believe that is the right course of action. I think education around it is definitely needed, but when the product is made, someone wants it to have a second life and it's being looked after, and, you know, someone else can get some use out of it, some warmth out of it, why is that such a issue? I think if we keep the vintage furs circulating, then illegal trade of real furs that probably is still going on the black market or under the radar will be less and less, because the demand will be unnecessary, because there's enough vintage furs that are allowed to be sold. Whereas the fact that charity shops aren't even allowed to put them on their shop floor because of this, oh no, we can't be seen selling real furs, but oh, you bring in some nice leather jackets, we'll slap a hefty price tag on those and people will wear them with pride. It just confuses me. And also, like I mentioned earlier, silk. Now, no one thinks about silk. Silk is a very cruel process. They actually boil alive insects in order to extract silk fibres, and large quantities of them at that. So these are bred purely for this, and there's so many industries where there's cruelty involved to animals or insects, and it's a hierarchy of which animals mean more and which ones don't. And so within the meat market or the meat trade, their skin obviously is a byproduct of the meat we consume, so of course it should be used and made into products. I'm all for not wasting, and I also don't think you should unnecessarily kill a creature just to get its skin or just to get something from it and then waste all the rest of it. Let's get into showing you my fur jackets. Up first is this beautiful faux leather. Faux fur, I should say. But look how realistic this looks. So this one was actually my grandma's when she was younger, and I think it's just a really lovely example of how amazing faux furs can look. And now this one is this one's over 45 years old now, at least. I don't know the exact age of it, but it's just really, really lovely. You would never know. Like, but in a way that's a bad thing, because I don't want people to think it is real fur, because that comes with so much stigma around it. This is a beautiful piece, and I wore this non-stop in the winter, and when I went to Poland, it was very, very cold, and this was so perfect at keeping me warm. But look at that. You would literally, I sometimes get worried wearing this one in England, because it does look incredible. But I promise you, this is a faux fur. Absolutely love that one, and I love that it was my grandma's. It just kind of feels like a family heirloom without, if it was a family heirloom of real fur, I'd obviously feel really, really like challenged to ever wear it, whereas being a faux, that's always good. Then up next we have some shorter ones. So this is a Dorothy Perkins one I picked up in a charity shop. It's just this lovely burgundy one. And that's the beauty of faux furs, is they can come in any shade, any pattern, and you still get the full effect. So I am a massive advocate for faux furs as well, because I mean, look how cute that is. I tried to pick an outfit today that would go with all of these, and I literally found this one for under £5 at the time. I can't quite remember, but it was brand new. And I just think the colour of it is beautiful, and I love, it just sits perfectly with anything I'm wearing, whether it's a dress or jeans. It's just really, really beautiful, and the colour, love it. Then I did find this one fairly recently, actually. So this was another charity shop find, and this one doesn't really give me any details of sizing, but it does have an interesting label. So it's simulated fur, and it says at the bottom there, treat like fur. So this one's made in England, and it's 55% acrylic, 45% mod acrylic even, and then the lining is nylon. So an interesting kind of combination of materials, but this one looks, again, like it's very coarse fur. So again, could, you know, definitely double as real fur. And interesting that the tag says treat like real fur. I never noticed that one before. Now this one is a much bigger size, but that's the thing with fur jackets. You want them to just drape over whatever you're wearing. And this one does exactly that, but it's just kind of a lovely jet black option that goes with everything. So I was so chuffed when I found this one, and this one was £5. I remember it because it was recent. So you can get them, like, secondhand faux furs are, you know, very, very affordable, and I found quite a few of them in my time. But secondhand real furs are a totally different topic. So I'll show you the last fur that I've collected. So this white faux fur is actually for a 12 to 13-year-old girl. So my mum found this one, and amazingly it fits. And so this is my kind of, if I have any fancy, you know, dinner to go to or a Christmas party, this just goes over ball gowns beautifully. And it's just so nice. And so this one is a lot softer, so I don't think anyone would think this is real fur. And if they did, I mean, I'm not going to be wearing a polar bear, am I? So yeah, these are just stunning faux furs that I have collected. So I just wanted to show some of the things I've thrifted over my time and that my grandma has given me, because I thought, why not? But I did want to talk. I find it tricky to get my head round that animal skin, such as cow skin or lamb skin, that yes is a meat product, can be worn with such pride. You know, people love their leather pieces. I love my leather pieces. They're really high quality items, and you know, at no point do I disregard them as not being animal skin or anything like that. Like, you know where they come from. And I think with furs, obviously there is a lot more stigma around that, but to let them go to waste and not be sold, you know, or resold again, it just doesn't sit right with me. So I wanted to start the discussion on here, and perhaps I'm just ignorant on this. And I know just how cruel some of those environments can be, you know, to obtain the skins. And at no point do I think an animal in today's world should be killed to get its fur, or, you know, to just take its skin away from it and rip off it. Like, it's absolutely awful. But if something has already been created, and we're not talking about a couple here, we're talking about an entire fashion trend that was, you know, a massive trend. And I'm not saying that's a good thing and that was before my time, but, you know, those could still be in circulation and not just go to waste. And the fashion industry already has a huge problem with waste. And I just think, is that really necessary when they could provide, you know, a nice jacket for someone or a lot of warmth for someone, and certain things have stigma and then other things don't have stigma? And I'm sure this is going to cause, yeah, some interesting comments, but I just wanted to talk about it because I'm a massive fan of vintage leather pieces. So I will do that in another video, but I go shopping all the time around charity shops, vintage shops, and I buy secondhand leather a lot just because I love it. You know, it's a style of mine that I really like, and I have a lot of faux leather as well. Obviously it doesn't last or age like real leather does, but I'm open to all kind of different fabrics, and you know, they're always coming out with new techniques. But it's an interesting one that leather like this has no stigma, silk has no stigma. The world of fur, and rightfully so, all has this cruelty aspect associated with it. but silk doesn't. And, you know, the meat trade isn't innocent of lots of things, and that doesn't have a stigma around it. So why are we letting the fur jackets go fully to waste? Or why can't we incorporate them into something else? You know, I'm just trying to get my head around it a little bit, but I thought let's start a discussion, because why not? And I thought it might be, yeah, interesting to see other people's points of view, but I'm going to leave it there because otherwise we'll just go round and round in circles. But it just baffled me about how almost like illegal selling a fur is. You know, it felt so naughty, and it felt so almost like they had like drugs out the back, because it's yeah, such a negative thing to have associated with anyone. Like, oh, you've got real fur, no, but oh, you've got real leather, oh, price tag, you know, that's luxury. And it just, yeah, was interesting to me, because leather boots, leather handbags for example, they have all types of skins associated with them, and some of those I'm sure are, yeah, not from a clean background, to put it lightly. So it's just an interesting one. So I wanted to just come on here and talk about it because it got me thinking. But that's today's video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Put some comments down below and let's start a conversation about this. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.